don't want to see us next year.
All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a good day. So I wanted to check out this video. I don't know if you guys have heard of this channel. It's MJ2K All Day. This was a huge channel, and about a year ago, he made a video saying like his account got hacked, and whatever the deal was, like it was never quite the same for him. And I'm not sure all the dealings that happened after that, but you know, he's got a channel of 753,000 subscribers, but he's now only posting about like once a month, which I find really weird, but I'm not sure exactly what's going down, but he's been doing that pretty much since he got hacked. Anyways, I was always a fan of this channel, and I was always watching it, you know, just for fun on my own. But I see he's got a new video out, and a lot of comments are in there like saying like, "Oh, he's back, he's back." But anyways, he just dropped this one randomly, and this one's called "The Game That Cemented Steph Curry's Legacy." And I see an image in the back of the 2022 NBA Finals, which I gotta admit, that's when it turned around for me. And it's interesting because just a little bit ago, I replied to a comment from a completely unrelated video that basically said like, you know, Steph doesn't belong on a greats list. He can only win with the super team, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, here we are. What happened in 2022? So anyways, no long intro. Let's watch this because that was the moment where I used to hate on Steph because the ripple effect of Steph and his greatness and how the game has changed because of, you know, it's a copycat league, so everyone is trying to do their best Steph impression. I used to hate on him for it, and I kind of realized after the NBA Finals, I'm like, why am I hating on him for being innovative, you know, and making something new work when it should be everybody else I'm pissed off who's copying him, you know what I'm saying? But what he did in the 2022 Finals, man, I didn't think he could pull it off, and when he did, I'm like, okay, I get it. This guy's just different. So anyways, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below for you guys. That is going to be in the description. So if you want to check out MJ2K All Day's channel, go right ahead. Also, just wanted to thank new channel members, Ray Clark, MultiBreezyb. You guys are awesome. You'll also see a list of channel members in that description. Guys, I think it's time. Let's do it.
How many times have we seen an NBA Finals change the course of a player's legacy? Dirk in 2011,
yeah, a lot.
Giannis in 2021, Kobe in 2009, LeBron in 2016, and Steph Curry had the same opportunity. Down 2-1 to the Boston Celtics in Game 4 of the 2022 NBA Finals. No Kevin Durant, no overwhelming favorite team, but there was an overwhelming pressure on Steph that had been built ever since 2015. 7 years in without an NBA Finals MVP, the world had written Steph Curry off, defined him as a guy who couldn't carry a team when it counted the most, a frontrunner, and he was sick of it, all leading to a career-changing Game 4. Winning wasn't enough, and losing, that would all but confirm the perception about him. Curry only had one outcome that would cement his legacy.
And I forgot, the other part of it was I remember when they got eliminated the prior year, so 2021, and his press conference, that's when I was like, okay, he's different, because he didn't make excuses. He didn't blame his teammates. He didn't do any of this stuff. All he said is, y'all better watch out for us next year. Like, he like straight up, y'all better watch out for us next year. And then what does he do? Delivers a freaking championship. Once again, without no super team, no Kevin Durant. This is a homegrown Golden State Warriors team here.
Lose Game 3 and you're in that environment, it's like holy shit, like this is gonna be a dogfight. But I was like, this is gonna be a different motherfucking game.
Heading into Game 4, Steph had heard it all. It's 2015, the first installment of the Warriors-Cavs saga. In Game 3, Steph just broke the record for fourth quarter points in an NBA Finals. And he did again in Game 5 to secure a pivotal win.
And fires.
using that momentum to win the championship. Steph's first championship and the finals MVP goes to Andre Iguodala. Despite Steph averaging 26 points, nearly 10 more than second-leading Warriors scorer Iggy at 16.3, Iguodala got Finals MVP for defending LeBron, holding him to 36, 13, and 9.
In that case, man, JJ Barrera and Jason Terry should be like co-MVPs.
MVP that even
From 2011, that is. If you get it, you get it.
Iggy was confused about. But that little
I would be
action
too.
would hold Steph hostage more than anyone could ever imagined. And he was aware of the noise. They got lucky.
I don't want to just say I apologize for us being healthy. I apologize for us playing who was in front of us. Apologize for all the accolades we received as a team and individually. I'm very, truly sorry. You know, we'll rectify that situation this year.
Can the Warriors repeat?
You want the long answer or the short answer?
Both.
All right, I'll give you a short answer. No.
The idea that Steph couldn't carry a team to a championship, something that we would see over and over again. Winning a championship hadn't been enough because the Cavs had been injured, and it led to one of the greatest
I'm sorry, you guys. That look after he makes that ridiculous shot. Look at this guy.
The Cavs had been injured,
Yeah.
and it led to one of the greatest single seasons we have ever seen.
Timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang!
Dude, that high arc.
Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Steph Curry became the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. 30 points a game on 50, 40, 90 on a 73-9 win Warriors team. They even came back from down 3-1 against the Thunder, a 36-point Game 7 from Steph. Nothing was going to stop Curry and the Warriors from rewriting the narrative. Against a healthy Big 3 Cavs team, they would go up 3-1 and...
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala. Oh, blocked by James. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up.
The weight of that sound.
Curry would collapse in the last few minutes of Game 7, turning over the ball and taking this three that he would later admit he got caught up in the moment.
For
Yeah.
three.
I mean, guys, he doesn't get credited enough. A lot of people just talk about the LeBron James block. There were all three stars had to step up in order to make this happen. And it started with LeBron's block, Kyrie's shot, and then we got Kevin Love's defense, man, because no one talks about the shutdown. Look at this big guy, okay? He's the center, guarding the point guard. Watch what he does.
In the last few minutes of Game 7, turning over the ball and taking this three.
Look at it.
that
A
he
center
would
is
later
locking
admit
him down.
He got caught up in the moment.
For three. Rebound.
And just like that, the perfect season was overridden. No, it was stained. But we really wouldn't get much time to dwell on that because everything was about to change.
We'll start with a seismic event in a state that is plenty used to them. Kevin Durant announced he's leaving the only franchise he's ever known to join the Golden State Warriors.
This is the major story going into the season.
In a move that shocked the NBA world, KD, at the peak of his powers, joined the dominant Warriors.
I still can't believe KD did this all these years later. What a move.
Joined a unanimous MVP.
I'm sorry. I was just what a weak ass move. I can't deny it.
And became a villain. The debates began of who was the number one option, and for the entire season, Curry and KD would be on equal footing, both averaging 25 a game, steamrolling their way to the 2017 NBA Finals, a rematch with LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, and the Cavs. But this time, it was Durant's story. He took over.
Durant.
All culminating in this one shot.
By two. Durant at the left side calls his own number.
Nice shot.
Durant would win Finals MVP. In 2018, they would run it back, but this time, Steph was outplaying Durant. His first Finals MVP. Up until Game 3, a game where it looked close. Durant scored 43, Curry scored 11. And despite Curry averaging 27, Durant won Finals MVP. 2019 was a different story. Kawhi and the Raptors were locked in. Durant would be out, Klay would miss Game 3, the odds were stacked against Steph. But he didn't care. Despite scoring 47 points, the Warriors would get outmatched. And in Game 6, Klay would get hurt.
Yeah.
With the game on the line, Steph missed the go-ahead shot. He missed the shot to win the game. And once again, the narratives were out in droves.
And some of those shots that he used to put up and make, and people never said anything wrong about them, was because they used to go down. They don't go down anymore. And you know what they look like? They're bad shots. Steph Curry reeks.
This time,
Damn, man. And that was 8 years ago, but he's still taking and making those shots.
though, the Warriors did lose, but they didn't just lose the finals, their dynasty was at the brink.
Yeah.
KD left. Klay Thompson would miss the next 2 seasons. And for the next 2 years, the Warriors would find themselves in the midst of several questions. 2022 was redemption. Not because Klay was coming back, but because...
Don't want to see us next year.
There it is. There it is. I'm glad he clipped it. That was, yeah. That was them losing the play-in to the Lakers, I think. Either way, they lost the play-in game. The season was over. And this is all he said.
Not because Klay was coming back, but because...
Don't want to see us next year.
And they started out
Like,
the
you see it in his eyes, guys. Like, I mean, you could see. Like, he meant business. And that's why it wasn't just his words. I was looking in his eyes, and this is a guy who's about to prove everybody wrong. He's about to shut up the world.
Want to see us next year.
And they started...
Like, that hurt. That loss hurt him.
out the season on a bender. Steph led the league in scoring the season before, but this was different. The Warriors were a real contender and took that all the way to the finals. The Celtics would sweep KD and Kyrie, fight their way through the Giannis-led Bucks, and Jimmy-led Heat in 7. This was a team ready for their moment. And there was some bad blood between the Celtics and Warriors, predominantly with Marcus Smart diving on Curry and spraining his ligaments a few months before the playoffs.
Ouch.
The Warriors were not happy. This was going to be a dogfight. Game 1, the Warriors were up for nearly the entire game until a fourth quarter collapse at home, allowing the Celtics to score 40 and losing by 12. Game 2 was a blowout.
I like this Celtics version better than what we're seeing right now. Not roster-wise, but they shot less threes. I don't have the stats to back it, but I really feel like they relied on the three a lot less. And they got exposed this year. Sorry, Boston fans. Your team was so talented, but you guys lived and died by the three. And in this situation, you died by the three.
A win, finishing a job, but Game 3 hung in the balance. Steph would hit 3 after 3 in the third quarter, clawing back to the lead. Draymond was throwing a generational stinker.
How do you feel you played?
Like shit.
But Steph got hurt, hobbled, limping, and still on the court. The C's didn't give up, rather the opposite. They hunkered down on defense, holding the Warriors to only 12 points in the fourth. Another fourth quarter collapse. And you could see it in Steph's face. Wait, in the midst of being down 14, going down 2-1, Steph was smiling as if he was anticipating this very moment.
Holy crap.
What a psycho. There was no room for error left.
I gotta admit, as a basketball fan, and I have no allegiance to Boston or Golden State, when I was watching this series, I was thinking it's over. I was thinking, no way. I mean, Golden State just seemed way outmatched. Boston had such a good roster.
About the Warriors being the underdog and the big question, it was all eyes on Steph, who was staring at his own mortality. This might be the last time the Warriors would be here. One of the last runs for the Warriors' big three. One of the last times to prove that a guard could carry a team to a championship. One of the last times to change his legacy. And so, on June 10th at 7 p.m., Game 4 tips off. And for players to perform at their best, they need good sleep.
Jesus.
A good mattress like Steph saw. And for players to perform at
That's such a quick release.
their best, they need good sleep. A good mattress, like Steph has said, for certain extracurriculars.
What could you not live without for 1 month?
Sex, for sure.
And that's why I partnered up with Bear Mattress, which I've been sleeping
Nice.
on for over a month now.
But not because of the sponsorship. I'm not trying to ruin my sleep for any.
No, my girlfriend and I want to get a new bed frame and mattress, so we tested mattresses in person. And we tried a bunch.
Yeah, it's
but
fun.
when we tried this one, it was just love at first laying down.
Yo,
Oh,
I'm
this
not gonna
is
believe
nice.
you if it's an
Yo,
ad.
This is what Bobby Portis does, bro. That's why his eyes are crazy. He has enough sleep.
Yeah, Bobby Portis uses Bear, and you know he gotta be getting some good sleep for those eyes. But we also took the Bear sleep quiz to find the right mattress based on sleeping positions and firmness preferences, including your partner's as well. And it recommended the exact mattress we loved in the store, the Elite Hybrid Medium Firmness Mattress. It's a premium fiberglass-free mattress with sleep recovery technology to keep you cool with ceiling-powered fabric. Alright, but enough with the buzzwords. We need to test it out. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Oh, this is so nice.
Now, it was super easy to set up. I'm the type of person
Yeah,
who
there's nothing
likes
quite like a fresh mattress. It's been a minute for me.
to do everything in bed. Read, work, eat, watch some shows, and yeah, of course, sleep. My old mattress was causing me some problems, waking up with some back discomfort like I'm Larry Bird. Now, I'm a simple back, side, stomach sleeper, so all the positions. And the Bear mattress has been able to accommodate everything. Supports me well while still having that soft plush feeling. Never ran hot, no tossing and turning at night.
I love my Bear mattress, and I think you would too. So if you're looking to upgrade your sleep, head over to bearmattress.com/MJ2K all day.
And use MJ2K all day to get 40% off your Bear mattress plus 2 free pillows. This is higher than what is being offered on site, so check them out while you can.
Long
Hang into the
promo.
pregame shoot-around. The Warriors were locked.
Okay, a long promo, but I gotta say he did a great job. Like if I was paying for someone to do a promo, yeah, MJ2K all day. Yeah, he did great.
But the Celtics started the game strong. Tatum draws a foul on Curry that he's not happy with.
Ooh, hold up.
The game strong.
Nope. Oh. Oh. That's. I think you smacked him on the wrist, bud.
That he's not happy with. Curry's able to draw a foul on the physical defense of Marcus Smart and makes 2 free throws. But then Curry bobbles the handoff and misses a 3, then gets absolutely rejected by Robert Williams at the rim.
Ooh,
that
good
fires up the crowd. He gets stripped by Smart at half court, leading to a Tatum 3. And to top it off, he gets a 3 at the top of the key and bricks it, all within the first 3 minutes of the game. The Celtics are up by 7, and Curry is 0 of 3 with a turnover. Not how you want to start.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the greats.
They don't care.
Yeah. Shooters keep freaking
Draymond
shooting.
forces a turnover and Curry gets the fast break layup, but then nothing. The Warriors are fighting to stay in, but for the next 5 minutes, Curry couldn't do anything. The Celtics were going all out to prevent Curry from even touching the ball. With under 3 minutes left in the quarter, Gary Payne forces a steal and ends up in Curry's hands. But this time, he wasn't going to give the ball up and put Al Horford in a blender. And man, was it just a start. The next possession, Curry gets the rebound, hunts for Horford again, takes this 30-foot step back,
It's good. Steph Curry.
and makes it.
Good morning,
it was a shot
Steph.
that let the Celtics know, you can't contain me. And Curry wasn't quiet either. A few moments later, he uses his strength to push up Derek White and make this layup over Rob, one of the best shot blockers in the playoffs.
Good use of the
This
glass
was a
there.
move that wasn't in Curry's repertoire 10 years ago. His new grown man strength. 12 first quarter points. But the Celtics end the quarter up 1. It wasn't enough. The Warriors were able to rest Curry for the first few minutes behind Wiggins, and yes, Jordan Poole. What a throwback to when Poole was playing meaningful minutes. Curry checked back in.
I could call him like prepaid Pool, because before he got paid, man, this dude was looking like a hell of a hooper.
immediately dives in for the rebound and finished with footwork. Then he drove past the Celtics defense for a layup. Curry was doing his damage inside, reacting to the Celtics defense and hitting them with counters. The Celtics were hitting shots and getting some uncalled travels their way, which Steve Kerr argued and got hit with a tech. The game is physical, a few buckets back and forth, but Steph missed a couple of threes and some turnovers. The Celtics make a run going up 7, threatening to run away with the game. They are doing everything to stop Curry. A 10-point deficit going into the half would be demoralizing for the Warriors on the road, but Steph answers with an and one. The half ends with the Celtics up 5. Steph has 19, Tatum has 16. Nothing is going to come easy, and no one knows that better than Steph, who starts the half with a deep mid-range bank shot. Statisticians are rolling in their graves at this shot, but that's the greatest shooter of all time, man. Then a curl out into a 3 with maybe a half a second of space.
That's just hard. He had zero breathing room there.
This Celtics team has the best defense in the league, with so many options to guard the perimeter. Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, with one of the best shot blockers in the league, Rob Williams. None of these looks are easy. Steph draws the attention of so many, finds Looney with a dime, but man are these Celtics resilient, hitting threes, follow-away jumpers, keeping the Warriors at bay. Neither team can capture momentum, but maybe, just maybe, one man can. With 4.5 minutes left in the third, Steph shoots with the defender all up in his space and
Game 3, so we just didn't box out. They got crushed on the board.
Ooh, that could have been an and one.
Curry.
makes it. A bit pissed off with the no call because he had no landing space, and then a minute later,
and maybe some second shots.
Again?
Curry again. Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown. He's furious. There was contact there.
What in the actual fuck? That should have been an and one. And there's no defense for this. Switch and the big is cooked. Step up and Steph is driving past. Don't step up and he's making the steep three while getting fouled. The Warriors have tied the game. 2 minutes later and the Celtics are stepping up. Not letting Curry shoot off the pick, let him drive and pass, but Curry never stops moving and it's another three. The full arsenal is out on display. You can see the Celtics panic on this possession, not wanting to leave Steph as he tells Gary Payne to go up top, leading to another bucket. The Warriors in the third up one. 14 points by Steph in the quarter. This is the same guy that so many thought couldn't carry a team.
And there's just a sense that he's not the big time athlete.
But job's not finished.
Job not done.
The Celtics weren't going away. They start out the fourth in a bit of a frenzy, increasing the lead to 5. The Warriors claw back, but this sequence from the Celtics makes the crowd lose their minds.
Tatum gets it back. Shot clock winding down. Smart a three. Oh, he puts it.
What a garbage play that ended with 3, but damn.
Let's not forget the supporting cast of the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins quiets the crowd. The Celtics throw 2 at Steph, who finds Clay for a 3.
He's Thompson. Thompson fires a 3. Bang!
And then Steph gets a mismatch.
Curry now has Williams on him, looking to unload it. Flips it up. Shot is good.
Hits the floater. The Warriors are backed up by 3. You could feel that this is one of those games that whoever wins this could go all the way to winning the series. It's that important. And the pressure is palpable. Neither team can hit a shot for the next 2 minutes. The tension is mounting. Who will deliver?
Curry to Green. Back to Curry. Step back. Three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the 3. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston.
Steph hits another 3 with a sliver of space. I mean, look at this margin. You know, that ripped the Celtics' hearts out.
That was such an important game. And then you just find a way to call one out down the stretch. And that's where you see all that emotion come out of us.
But they're not done. They hit a 3 right back. Now the Celtics are going all out to not let
pass.
Curry
Ooh.
right back. Now the Celtics are going all
Oh, damn.
out
Nice.
to not let Curry have a sliver of daylight, leading to another bucket for the Warriors. Clay defends beautifully, then Curry draws a foul, hits both free throws to increase the lead to 7, and no drama, the Warriors close it out. Of course, Wiggins, Clay, Green, Gary Payton, Poole, Looney all had parts to play in the win, but in a game where the rest of the Warriors shot 28% from 3, struggled for offense, Steph said, "I got it," dropping 43 points, 7 threes, and 10 boards. No longer the point guard that can carry a team when it matters the most, no longer the front runner. It might have not been the most points he scored in the finals, but it was the most meaningful. But what if I told you that Steph called this game?
But we sitting there, and he just like, enjoy y'all last win.
No way.
Drop the mic. That was game 3. And I was just like,
holy crap. I didn't know that.
Cold. Trash talking when you're up? Nah. Trash talking when you're dead.
Yeah.
And the rest? Well, you already know the rest.
I feel like we can play just a little bit better. But to win on the road and get home court advantage back, big for this group.
The shit I'm up, the layup. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pot, boy.
Range unlimited. Mama, there goes that man, and it says, put a ring on it.
Is that Mark Jackson?
Golden State Warriors once again are NBA champions.
Damn. And he was right. That was their last win.
What are they gonna say now?
Warriors in 6.
What are they gonna say now?
Finals MVP, buddy. Oh, crap. Oh, that was from earlier. Anyways, damn. Okay, well, I agree 100% because that's exactly the same moment that I have. That's the moment where I realized that Steph he's one of the great ones. You know, there's a lot of greats, but he's definitely on that list in my opinion. I thought he was overrated. And that's my bad. So it is what it is. I know a lot of people who still feel the exact same way. I think there's a lot of people who have not really watched, they probably didn't watch 2022, so they don't know. And the last thing they remember is Steph winning a championship with Kevin Durant. But I don't know, man. Even like, even in this year's playoffs, I saw a lot of resiliency from him. What they were doing to Houston, like, it was really cool to see Steph actively kind of be a decoy and embrace that. Because to me, that shows he's not out there for stats. He's out there to win. So he was making himself a decoy a lot because the defense was structured seriously just to stop Steph. And everybody else was stepping up because they were wide open. Everyone else was getting wide open looks. Jimmy capitalized on it. Anyways, though, this was the moment that I was like, okay, I think I've been too harsh on him, and I'm glad I had that moment because I've actually been really enjoying watching Steph Curry's. Well, I guess however many years left we have of watching him, I've been enjoying watching him for sure. So, and yeah, don't get me wrong or misquoted. I'm not saying he's the GOAT. Like everyone wants to go straight there, but I can definitely say someone is great without saying that they're the greatest of all time. He's a hell of a freaking player. Sucks at defense, but he's also the best shooter of all time in my opinion. So, it's balancing. Anyways, though, I am out of here, everyone. Thank you so much for watching with me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And, be water, my friends. Peace out.